Hi, folks. This is Lee with the Market Sense for the week of February 12th, 2019. That's just a couple days before Valentine's Day. Hope you're ready. The charts in this presentation come to us from Gettess and their Trade Navigator software. And looking at a weekly bond market chart here, they're kind of going to sleep. Well, not really, but they're forming a little pennant or flag, or this has been called a lot of different things in market lore. You got this pole going up like this, and then they're kind of narrowing down in a pennant or flag or megaphone or whatever you want to call it. That normally leads to a breakout of some kind, but the direction isn't really predictable. It's just a matter of they're going to go out of it one way or the other, and they usually just go when they go. Because of that, the potential support here, that would be roughly 145, 24, 25. Yeah, I'm not really excited about that. I really think the best support is down here around 144.23, and resistance would be best probably 47.18 up in this area here. And we're talking support and resistance simply because they're within this sideways pattern. But again, the best move is going to be when they break either support or resistance. You just can't anticipate it, or at least I can't. I know the situation is there for a breakout, but at this point, I'm still inclined to believe they're going to shrink down until we get something to bust them out of there. And at this point, I'm not real sure what it might take to get them moving. In stocks, we've done nothing but go up since the end of last year. It's kind of a little scary. I mean, this could crack and fall really, really fast with no particular warning, and I'm actually kind of hoping they do, because as I've been saying for weeks, I'd really like to see them retest this low. That would be so nice to analyze that. It's hard to analyze a market going straight up, which is what this has done. It's a little scary. I mean, the entire year, this middle moving average, they haven't been back down. They came close to it here, but they didn't even touch it there. So they haven't even been to that moving average. They cannot keep up that momentum forever. The other thing is the little scary about this is that they took about 4 weeks to bust down all of this far. And now we've got, 6 or so, maybe 7 going back up that haven't recovered everything they lost. Neither of those are really good signs, but how can you talk negative about a market that just keeps going up? I mean, you can't be silly and just try to jump on top of a rocket ship. The resistance for this week should have been roughly the 2760 area. They certainly seem to be working their way above that. The next level, you could draw a little trend line here that would come in around, I'm sorry, this is 2740. 2760 is where this next little trend line would come in. That's not super strong, but it is still below the highs of this congestion area here, so it's possible that could be resistance. Really kind of grasping at straws to find anything, though. This moving average that we talked about, the middle moving average, 2680, that should be support this week, but since they've already kind of been up above resistance, I'm not sure I'd consider it support if they get down there now. It's a little frustrating to me because I really like markets that swing. I'd like to give them something to analyze, and this is like an escalator, just boom, straight up on an angle, and what can you do except admire it and not step in front of it? If they'd come down to support, we'd get a chance to buy it, but they haven't done that at all. So I'm just kind of locked out. And I will say this, the move this week, about 35, 40 points of this is just because they have an agreement to keep the government open. They don't have anything signed yet. They just have an agreement. And if that's good for 35 or 40 points, just wait and see what happens if they get an agreement with China. That ought to have us to new highs in no time. Of course, by the same token, what if the talks break down? Well, then maybe I'll get my retest of this lows. So that's what we've got for you today. I hope you can find something profitable to get yourself